Welcome! This is Jay with Explorer Systems. We're going to take a look at finding and creating patron records in Versai. A patron record is your digital file of the contact information, family and related parties, employment, and flags for a member, donor, or other customer. There are three types of patron records: household, organization, and school. Each patron record is assigned a serial number called patron ID. You can tie memberships, donations, reservations, attendance, and purchase history to people's records by using the patron ID. To locate an existing patron record or create a new one, you launch the Patron Finder by using the Patron Add Search button. You'll see this button in almost every area of Versai where you can tie information to or retrieve information from a patron record. To search for a patron record, you can use almost any piece of contact information, including the type of patron record. The more search information I use, the more it will narrow my search results. Let's say I'm looking for a patron named Helen, and her address starts with a 4. I'll enter that information in the boxes. Note that by default, you will only get the first 50 records. You can change that number, and you can also choose how to sort all your results. Then click Find. I can resize the columns to see the information I need, and I can also sort these records by clicking on a column. Wait a second, why is this address here that starts with a 7? If I click the record, I can see additional information on the record. There's an alternate address on the record that starts with a 4. Versai will check a range of fields for the information you enter. Let's clear the search form and try searching for Smith. At first glance, it doesn't look like there are any Smiths. But if I click on a patron, I can see an alternate contact is a Smith. Now I want to find Brian, and I remember his phone number starts with a 6, but I don't know if he spells it with an I or a Y. I'll enter a % in order to get both spellings. This is called a wildcard. It's like putting a variable or a blank at the beginning or in the middle of my search term. Let's talk about creating a new patron record. Before starting, your institution needs to establish clear standards in writing for data entry of patron names. Will you use titles? If there are 2 adults on a record, how do you determine whose name goes first? Do you include spaces between sections of last names like McGregg, Vanderwatt, and Lafleur? Outlining these situations is important for both ease of searching and professional presentation for mailings. Every time I want to create a new patron record, I always search for an existing patron record first to make sure I'm not creating a duplicate record. There are many reasons why someone could be in the database, even if they say they've never been a member before, for example. The only time I should have more than one record for the same person is when one is their household record and the other is an organization record that they serve as a contact for. If I need to look at a patron in more detail to make sure it's the right one, I can double-click the record to view it. You don't want to mistakenly apply a membership for a family to the adult's company. Once you've confirmed a record doesn't exist for this person, click New. First, select the type of patron record. Let's look at Household first, which is the default. Enter primary contact names following your institution's guidelines. Versai will try to prevent you from entering duplicates if possible. As you type names, the default salutation will auto-populate. You can edit this as necessary. We'll talk about salutation maps in another video. Enter primary mailing address. You can add additional individuals or alternate addresses and phone numbers at the bottom. When you type in the zip code, Versai will fill in the city, county, and state for you if an entry exists for it already. Enter email, phone number, and select type. You can also indicate if the patron wishes not to receive mailings or calls. Versai will note the date and cashier of entry, as well as when the information has been updated. Along the bottom, you can view other information in existing patron records, depending on your access permissions. On the right, you can view flags set on the patron record or set additional ones. In a future update, Versai will have the functionality to add a photo. Along the top are tabs for additional information. Employment allows you to link employers, record job titles, and employment dates, which is useful for your development and marketing teams. Family allows you to track detailed information about members of the household, such as birthday, gender, and nickname. Relationships links to other patron records and lets you note how the patrons are connected. Notes allows you to record special information like reminders, which you can have pop up when someone loads the patron. Now let's take a quick look at our other two types of patron records. Most of the fields in the records are the same as household. For organization, you assign an organization type and add a business name and primary contact. Alternates would be other employees of the company you work with. For a school record, you can choose school and group types, add a school name, and a primary contact. Alternates would be the different teachers you interact with. As soon as you save the patron record, it is immediately ready for use in all the other areas of Versai. For a copy of this information and step-by-step procedure with more detail, refer to the built-in user manual. Thanks for watching. Make sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel for when we upload additional videos. And remember, we're here to help. You can reach the Explorer Systems support team on the support form of the Versai website, as well as via email and phone.